Bishop Malkaz Songulashvili is a bishop in the Georgian capital, Tbilisi, and he initiated a thing called the Peace Project in 2013, and it's produced a rather charming uh, site, a rather charming building in Tbilisi, and combines a mosque, a church, and a synagogue. It doesn't yet have a rabbi. Uh, Synagogue services which take place there are led by two members of the congregation, both called Mishka, uh, and the sacred space is very interesting. It has 12 windows for the 12 tribes. It has two columns. All sacred spaces each have two columns. This is a feature that links them all visually, but it symbolizes the two principles of each religion, to love God and to love one's neighbor. And so each of these each of these three rooms, the synagogue, the mosque, and the church, are linked by the, this principle, um, and the synagogue itself is based on a synagogue in Diora Evropos in Syria. So it looks very old, um, and it's quite charming. So Islam, which is of course a religion of peace that has often been corrupted by images of ISIS and Al Qaeda and Hamas. This is very much there as well, part of the Abrahamic family, and it's a way to try to bring together the three great religions to encourage educational programs at all levels, to become a European centre for interfaith studies, and there's of the three religions, probably the Jewish tradition is the smallest in Georgia. There's only about 5,000 Jews in Georgia. Up to half of them live in Tbilisi, and the community is a result of waves of immigration which sum up the history of Judaism all the way back to exiles from Babylon in the 5th century, refugees fleeing Spain in 1492, and later Jews from the Ottoman Empire, and Jews from the Soviet Union. So I think that's a great positive. The other positive which has has hit me significantly over the last few days is the uh, Humanity Not Hatred vigil on Wednesday evening in Whitehall, and people were invited to come to attend, not to bring flags, not to bring placards with silly slogans, not to bring placards at all. This was a vigil attended by, among other people, Brendan Cox, the husband of the widow of the murdered MP Joe Cox. It was addressed by Layla Moran, the Liberal MP, by Flick Drummond, the Conservative, by Alex Sobel, the Labour MP. But the real punch of the thing was from Shaykh Ibrahim, um, Mogra, and he was standing on the same platform as Rabbi um, Rabbi Levy, and he talked about remembering the families grieving in Palestine and Israel, uh, encouraging safety and security in a coexistence as neighbours, and friendship, harmony, and respect. And this was part of the Together coalition. But there are movements, they're small, but there are movements that are looking looking to try and create peace and harmony. rather than to sow discord and hatred. And the way to create peace and harmony is to try and find common bonds. And there are plenty of those, to try and find what unites rather than what divides.